right, so now we have video portion number 2. Okay, once again, I have my backup camera and I have the live feature going because sometimes on my backup camera, I do end up losing the footage as well. So, in order for me to have a copy of the footage, I am going to be doing one here and one here, basically of everything that I do. So, one backup camera, SD card, live footage, so that we have a clean slate, so that I always, have a copy of what I do so that I don't lose any of it. Hopefully, this works. Anyways, part two, today's video, part two is an empties video. Today's video is an empties video. Now, at the end of each session, when it comes to the cue cards, because a lot of you all are asking me about the cue cards and what question am I answering today. At the end of each complete session, I will give you the answer because there is a physical object that I need to purchase in order to show you what all the topics has adhered to. However, I'm going to give you a clue and a hint for what this topic is adhering to based towards the cue card question. The answer is a microwave. The answer is a microwave. So I'm going to give you a heads up. I'm going to give you a clue. I'm going to give you the actual answer. It's a microwave. That is a part of the answer. And as it turns out, it is a good thing because some people call it a plaster seal. I call it a spackle. That's also a part of the answer. So it's also very necessary for me to get that. So, yeah, from what I've heard, is a good thing that I needed it because the cue card question that approves the purchase approves me purchasing not only the plaster seal to spackle, but it also approves me purchasing the microwave. Okay, so that's two part to the answer of the cue card question at the end of each lesson, which the empties video, not even the empties video, the skincare video from yesterday was the very first lesson in this session. And then we did the shower stall. Now we're doing the empties, and the next video we're going to be doing is what I used in my makeup this past week, and what I had outstanding that I did not use in my makeup routine for this past week as well. That video is coming up next after my empties videos. And so, by the way, give a shout out to Omari Hardwick, the dude that can't drive, but he's still driving right about now. He played the father role today. If you all saw that I stood beside him, very undoubtful, the Jay-Z album, Undoubtedly Yours. If anyone questions you and stands off to the side, they have a doubt. If they stand right beside you, no doubt. White people know the song No Doubt. The black people know the Jay-Z version of Undoubtedly Yours. Exactly. So, Krishna, if you wanted to start a problem, I'll show you how to be undoubtedly not my dad. Because the first song you have to sing is, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Let's Go. The male portion of the store. Reintroduce yourself. Fathership beacon. Let's do it. With that being said, let's get into the empties video. I have my recycle bin. I am no longer using the bag. I've thrown out the bag. The bag is dismissed. The bag is dismissed. The bag is dismissed. The bag is dismissed. Is now an actual recyclable. All right. So let's start with the first product. Remember, perfumes are not thrown in the recycle. It will cause a gas explosion. Perfumes are thrown in the garbage. They do not crush the garbage, they crush the recycle. So, perfume bottles in the garbage when you're throwing these out and not in the recycle. Perfume bottle that has been complete is this one. This is Kimberly Hart Rose. If you use Marc Jacobs Sweetheart, this is the tester for Marc Jacobs Sweetheart. Before you go and spend $150 on the Marc Jacobs Sweetheart Flower Bomb, give it a try in Kimberly Hart Rose and see if you finish this bottle, then it's worth it to get the $150 Marc Jacobs one. But if you don't finish this bottle, it's not going to be worth it for you to spend $150 on the Marc Jacobs version. It wasn't worth it here. It's not worth it for the Marc Jacobs. Trust me. You finish this one, you'll buy the Marc Jacobs one. You don't finish with one, don't spend the money on the Marc Jacobs one because you just go broke just to have it. But this Kimberly Hearts Rose full size bottle, $5, full size bottle, poker win, Marc Jacobs. Yes, Marc Jacobs Flower Bomb perfume, $150 is real. You get to try it, it's real. Finish this bottle, you'll spend the money, $150, Marc Jacobs. Final time discussing this product. Final time. This is the Kristen S. Rose Gold Temporary Tint for pre-lightened or highlighted blonde hair, temporary toning blush color. It is there. You can see it, and a whole lot of you have watched the live feature from earlier, and y'all can see it highlighted in the lighting beam. That's what this is. It's this right here. Is this right here? That's what it is. I washed my hair, last week, Wednesday? About a week ago. I washed my hair about a week ago and I used this in there. That lighting beam spark that you're seeing in that video is this right here. Would I recommend this for beginners? Yes. For beginners in the dyeing process, yes. You don't know how the dye is going to work in your hair. You don't know if it's going to mess up your hair. You don't know if it's going to cause damage to your hair. This is a perfect beginner step. It worked the first time. It worked the second time. I'm using it all the way up, because I spent my money on it. It's a good dime of a product, and now I'm ready for the next step, which is full color process. Because I know this works, I know the color works. It has fingered its way through my hair. It shows in the videos. Thank you very much for noticing. This is one that I will purchase in the full dye process in order to, well, get my hair from black to blonde when I'm ready. Two more products. This is the lid to the perfume. That's the lid to the perfume. Brush your teeth, please. Brush your teeth. Throwing away this toothbrush. I got sick. I use this. Throw away your toothbrush when you get sick. Otherwise, you won't get healthy if you keep using the same toothbrush. Throw this away. It's dirty. It's filled with germs. You're not brushing your teeth. You're just adding germs back to your body. Throw this away. Bye-bye. This one, finally. If you cannot, once again, say the term phrase, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. Then your breath stinks telling people you're my daddy, bitch. If you can't say it, my name is Hove, your breath Stinks. Go wash your mouth out and clamp it up with some Crest Pro Health. Clamp up your mouth if you can't say, my name is Hove and I'm her father. Okay? If you can't say that, go wash your mouth out with some Crest Pro Health and put a little clamp lid on your mouth and stop talking permanently. This is the Crest Pro Health Multi Protection Alcohol Free Clean Mint, kills millions of germs, and I can attest to that. There was a time that I couldn't brush my teeth when I was sick, and the radiation medication called for me to not use toothpaste to brush my teeth. The answer lies here. The answer lies here. Because sometimes the radiation medication that I use, it will clamp your mouth shut using the toothpaste as a needle. It'll use the toothpaste as a needle, and then the medication will sew you. Mm, you'll be talking, but you won't be talking with your mouth open. You understand what I'm saying? So it begins right here. Crest Pro Health. This was birthed before toothpaste was birthed. Brush your teeth. If you can't brush your teeth. Rinse your mouth out. Okay? And other than that, empty. Empty. Okay? It is empty. And that is my empties video for this portion. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Omari Hardwick, I know you'll come back alive, but that truck it's belligerently dead right now. I can tell you that right now. The truck is belligerently dead, and I put the coffee back upstairs. Bye.